say, that make all the earth drunken, the nation have drunken after wine, therefore the nations are mad. Right? The word mad come from the Hebrew alal. It's a
we go into the Hebrew.
It's to be boastful, boast one, boaster, right? Right, so basically it going up pride, right?
And we can add to, you say I'm drinking with the wine of the other nation. Basically, America don't want to go on the earth and spread them democracy and all them philosophy. And that's them so-called democracy and that's why you have other nations that move like America, wanting to be America, wanting to be as we started out in Hollywood, be like the
follywood.
the Follywood stars, you know?
You ever hear anybody that say them want to go Vatican in the Jamaica here? Because you have Israelite groups, so basically they teach Babylon is the Vatican, which is error. Because them error not doing the scriptures. The mystery Babylon is where? America.
Right.
Seeing spiritually known as Saddam and Egypt. Where our Lord was crucified, was crossed out. Where the Bible is never get thrown out of the school. See, the ways of the Most High is not plain among the majority up there, but among the elect, the men that have great millstone all the way down, and men that teach the same doctrine that great millstone from the apostles down teach. They are the ones that know the way of the Lord, and that's the reason why we push this gospel or push this information out there even more to further edify the elect, so that the elect can be sealed and come out of this nasty, filthy place. Right? Would you have a scripture? Do you have a scripture? See? You have a scripture? We have.
Proverbs 7 and 25.
Proverbs 7 verse 25.
Let not thy heart incline to her
Ways.
Go not astray in her paths, for she had cast down
Many wounded,
yea, many strong men
have been
slain by her. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chamber of death.
Hollywood.
God.
I think I'm almost sure me that the brother Yasha Wanba was saying that his mother, if I'm not mistaken, saying, correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm not mistaken, and the brother said Danny Glover was talking to his mother when he was much younger, and his mother said that his son wanted to her son Salakia, her son wanted to get into the acting industry, into the acting world, and her mother and Danny Glover said to his mother, look, if your son wants to be happy, tell him not to come into this acting world. See, because being in Hollywood, you have to do a lot of follywood. You understand?
Hey.
What a nastiness you have to do.
You know what one biggest thing that Will Smith did, the first thing that Will Smith did, I know where I'm sleeping on the movie. He's sleeping with a man.
But everybody knows Quincy Jones a
homosexual.
Exactly. Quincy Jones, Will Smith, Michael Jackson, LL Cool J was Quincy Jones' bitch.
God.
Which and Quincy Jones are Israelites. Quincy Jones should have been looking out for his people, but Quincy Jones is a devil. Just like how Michael Jackson come out and say Tommy Mateo or whatever one name of Sony is a devil. Quincy Jones is also a fucking devil. God. And the most personally I don't see Quincy Jones repenting any at all. So therefore the most Yahweh Shemashai can bring pain upon Quincy Jones.
God.
See? Pain. But then again we have to also curse out these actors and these musicians that get caught up in Follywood, that because of riches you're gonna give away your moral, you give away your dignity to basically get some FRNs that devaluate every day, and then you have to live and crack cocaine for the rest of your life. God. That doesn't make any sense. And then again, it's because you don't have any hope. You don't have any lively hope. We have hope. We have Yahweh Bashem Yashai onto our defense.
I like I said that because when them get the riches, it's like them said no more to grab onto. And there's like hope is no more existing for them. And before it was the world. But when they get it all, the world disappears. So realizing the hope that they have in the hope is not a hope. And the scripture said, it's no hope at all.
Exactly. Go Philippians chapter 4 verse 11. Philippians chapter 4 verse 11. See, because we have to take this knowledge, this gospel from all perspective, from all angle. Right? We have to take it from all angle. You know have it? Yep. Philippians 4 verse 11. You have it, that?
Yep.
Right, so Philippians 4 verse 11. Now that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be contented. Right? Verse 12. I know about how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and how to suffer need. I can do all things through Yahushua Mashiach who strengthen me. Right? So you have to basically know when to give the fuck up. You're going, okay, say that you didn't know, you go into the music industry and you have a smashing record, and then, so for example, Sony is gonna sign it, and then when you go, you hear that you have to go down and blow a man's rod. Hell no! Because your dignity, your morals is more than that deal. See?
You can say so. Further we go in a society, we realize the younger youth when come up now, I see nothing wrong with it, because he used to make it basically like the norm. Saying so nowadays a rapper or one of them so-called rap artists that come up now, then we quickly do that just to get a album deal. Yeah, just being at the limelight.
Yo. Yeah, Philip and crack cocaine. Like, remember the story that it was just giving up?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can mention the
comedian Richard Pryor, right? Where a lot of comedians look up to him. Basically, Eddie Griffin was one of the comedians that really look up to Richard Pryor. A lot of nowadays comedian basically mimic off of him ways, and he said in some joke which he was speaking, right? Someone in front of him really, and him say, when him going at the room, basically because he wanted him thing to be on mainstream, right? And when he going at the room and a contract was put before him, basically he had was to suck a man rod. Even Paul Mooney, he said it as a joke. They spin it off in a comedic way. But basically people which was in the business who knew him, right, knew that what he said was reality, and people who on the outside was looking and think it is basically a joke then, right? Seeing so enough of them will come through for be in a position where they want to right now, they have to do certain things to degrade themselves.
Exactly.
Right? Like wear dresses and all of that we speak on earlier.
Exactly. Which doesn't make any sense. As a matter of fact, we're supposed to can close on, but we can go Matthew chapter 6. Matthew 6. You have a scripture? What scripture?
Isaiah 13 and 15.
Let's just get Isaiah 13 verse 15. Isaiah chapter 13 verse 15. Isaiah 13 verse 15? Alright. Okay, go ahead.
Isaiah 13 verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by sword.
Exactly. So if when the judgments of Yahweh Shem Yashai is being issued upon this earth, if you be found in follywood, sin, then guess what? You're going to be thrust through. You're going to fall by the swords, and the sword, and main sword is what? The intercontinental ballistic missiles.
Right.
Sin, which won't pardon you any at all. It won't pardon you any at all. There is no, as Yahushua said, what it profit a man to gain the world?
I lose his soul.
I lose his soul. Saying, there is no better riches than a sound body. You have men have to be living on crack cocaine and different drugs to basically take the mindset of that. Look, they have just sucked a so-called Jew's dick in a room. Have to be living in the club in the VIP area, taking all different type of drugs, ecstasies, mushrooms, all different type of things. That doesn't make any sense, because you're living in misery.
Right.
See? And what they are missing is that we didn't came over here on the Caribbean cruise, on a Caribbean cruise, our Atlantic cruise. We came over here in slavery. This is a place of our enslavement. You can write so much and no more. And as a matter of fact, let me get to Luke chapter 4. As the Actazor had quoted it before. Luke chapter 4, starting at verse 4, I think. Seeing. As a matter of fact, let me start at verse 1. Luke chapter 4, verse 1. Because this is perfect. Luke chapter 4, verse 1. And Yahushua, being full of the Holy Spirit, returned from Jordan and was led by the Spirit into the wilderness, being 40 days tempted of the devil. And in those days he did eat nothing, and when they were ended, he afterward hungered. And the devil said unto him, If thou be the Son of the Most High, command these stones that it be made bread. Verse 4, and Yahushua answered him, saying, It is written that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of the Most High. What did the Apostle Paul say? I know to be hunger, and I know to be abase. Yahushua prove it right here. But these celebrities don't know, because they are all about the money and the hype and the limelight. Exactly. Verse 5, and the devil taking him up into a high mountain, shewed him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time. And the devil said unto him, All this power will I give thee, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me, unto whomsoever I will, I give it. Verse 7, If thou therefore will worship me, all shall be thine. Verse 8, and Yahushua answered and said unto him, Get thee behind me, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. So these men didn't have the attitude, or that attitude any at all, that look, fuck you Esau and your record deal, or whatsoever. Because it's all about being a part of the fucking limelight. So they're going to do anything to make it, then live in fucking misery.
Hey, as a brother, this is earlier, younger youth. We have some young youth coming present from last year, and their force was to be a rapper, and they even give themselves a name,
New Hurt.
But they him. You can see them very passionate old man do. But when we stop and check and say, you know where you're going to, when we give them the full 100, them actually hear it, but they were listening. But when you come to a part, you realize that they might have an intention to sing song, but the aim is not that. But they still want to go into it. So when they realize, when them get to that point, it will be very hard to them to let go, not doing it anymore,
exactly,
but to continue.
Because them get caught up in folly so fucking much. And let me say this too. When Esau is presenting that to you, he's going to present it good. Wonderful. He's the perfect marketer. And this is his kingdom.
Like a woman ship naked.
Exactly. This is their empire. See, we're gonna close off with Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Seeing we're almost going half hour now. Seeing, and my lessons, my lessons to be short and spicy and to the point. Right, but you can't quench the spirit any at all. Alright, Matthew 6 verse 19 says, Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Right? So you have to be straight-minded for this truth. You have to, your eyes have to be single. You have to be all out for this truth. As the ox say, you can't serve the Most High and Mammon, which Mammon's mean what? Money. You can't be in for the truth or in for money. Then again, hey, Yahushua said it best when they came with the coin and said, Yahushua said, whose face is on this? Say Caesar's. So render the things that are to Caesar's, or that are Caesar's to Caesar's, and the things that are to the Most High, the Most High's, which is this world and this labor of love that we have in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And with that we want to say praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and the elders and the brothers and the hours and the Bibles of Great Millstone. Shalom Akim, keep pushing this truth out there. We're almost out of here.
Shalom.